Hello, homebrewers. I was asked to record a video explaining my light legacy mode for if you're playing with a regular play group and want to have some light legacy elements from one game to the next. This is one way to do it. So let's get rolling. It's a game mode that preserves. I say half. It's not really half. It's closer to somewhere between a third and a half of the map, but it preserves part of the map, preserves half the factions from one game to the game, and gives a light bonus to the winner in form of if you won with one game, you win the right to be the speaker at the start of the next game for whatever that gives you. And players that played one faction in one game have right to refuse or right to claim initially that faction in the following game if they want to keep playing a favorite faction or they feel like they like something about it and they feel like they were real close. So let's move to TTS and take a look at what's going on over here. Game ending actions and preserving map for the next game. These are the actions here. Clear all but the tiles, stack the tiles that are not preserved, count the number removed of each color, and take a picture of the preserved slice. So this is the way you can keep an eye out. We're going to pretend that this is the game ending state. We're going to pretend that the Hakan here won the game. This is the map tile and map that it was when they won. So we're going to clear all but the tiles that are they're keeping. So these will be the tiles that are removed. This is the section that's preserved. You'll notice that it's you draw a line from these three factions to the home to Mecatol Rex. Anything that is inside that zone then is what's preserved. These will be the ones that are then removed. So stack the tiles that are not preserved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red tiles. We've got it written down here, 6 red tiles. That means there should be 12 blue tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. All right. It's important to count it because depending on your map, it may or may not be 6 and 12. It'll just be whatever, depends on how your map was arranged. So then these can then come on over here and we'll drop these into the correct bag. No, that's a blue tile. Okay. And then take a picture of the map of the preserved slice. Usually I just do it with my phone so that way I can pull it up the next time. Whatever, however you want to do it for your group. But yeah, and then I use the speaker token to mark who won. It should be pretty obvious because with this slice shape and what you're recording, it's based on who won, so it's always going to be the person in the middle here. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So let's go anyway over to the next one. Actions for the next game. You're going to set up the preserve slice. You are going to swap the position of Mecatol Rex and the home system. Ooh, that was weird. Get out of here. I don't care about you. All right. Swap these two because Mecatol Rex is always in the center. Okay. And then we can slide this entire map down. These are the old factions. We don't care about them anymore. Get out of here. Boom. Okay. Too easy. Now we're going to build off the other side of the map here. Hakan is still speaker. And then we're going to keep going. So we've swapped the faction. We've got the map set up to be into distribute tiles. Distribute tiles, select 3 new random factions. However your group decides they want to work this, but this is the way I would do it. We say 0, 1, pound, pound, pound 2, because starting with the speaker is we're going to deal out the factions, and that's how many each player gets. 0 because the speaker doesn't get anything. They get, for the map, the slice they won with in the last game. It worked well for them. Why be nice to them? I do, normally you would say, because we're used to a left-handed multi-slice instead of a right-handed multi-slice, that the yin player is missing 2 tiles on their slice. But for fairness, because the other player on the other side is only getting 1 tile otherwise, and they're in last in order, you could go either way on this, whether you want to do 2 and 1 or 1 and 2. I go 1 and 2 because I feel like otherwise the player over here to the right hand of the speaker just kind of gets hosed. They get 1 tile in the map creation and they're last in speaker order. Doesn't seem fair. So they're last in speaker order, but they got 2 tiles. The other guy is second in speaker order and he gets 1 tile. So then we need to get 6 red tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I double hit that. Let's try that again. All right. Shuffle that. We'll get 6 of them out. Drop them right here. Shuffle the blue ones. We need to get 12 blue ones. So then we go shuffled. Give me 6 of them. Give me another 6 of them. All right. So now we get to shuffle these out. He gets 1. He gets 1. 1. And 1. 1. He's got his 1, so he gets another. He gets another. He gets another. He gets another. Now these guys have all their tiles. This one gets 1. This one gets 1. This one gets 1. This one gets 1. Oh, wait, no, he's got his 2. So now these go all between these 3 guys. Yep, and that should work out beautifully. All right, we need 3 new factions. So I've got these 3 right here. We just kind of randomly selected them. They go out here. Then you would have the play. Now, this is where you get to, we've distributed the tiles. Now we get to select 3 new random factions. We got them out. Now we do assign seats and build map. This is where the players who played these factions in the last game get to decide whether or not they want to automatically claim them for this game. If they want to play the same faction 2 games in a row, they can do that. If they don't, then they will simply roll a die. All the players that don't have a faction or don't think will roll a die, and then in order select a seat and sit down. Once everybody has a seat at the table and they know which faction they're going to play, then we're going to build the map. And building the map starts like normal. Snake draft from the starting with the speaker, who will never place tiles, and moving left to right. If you are the last tile in order in that rotation that has tiles, you go twice and snake back from there. So if you don't have any tiles, you're no longer in the map build. But starting here, speaker goes, hey, I've got 1 tile. I get to put a red one, probably next to Mecatol Rex. I don't want it in my space. Put it over here. This guy goes, hey, I'm going to put one here. This one decides to put one here. And again, you're building from the inner rings out. You know, this guy is the last in the rotation, so he's going to build 2. He says, let's give this to Nalu. You know, boom, 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 boom. Now they don't have any more tiles. They don't have any more tiles. They don't have any more tiles. So now this is going to just kind of snake draft from these guys here. And he says, here, have a that one. He goes, okay, let me put this one. I want to keep that in my slice. This guy goes, oh, I get to go twice. Here you have that one. I want that in my slice, and then I get to play twice. I'm going to put that one there. This person goes, oh, I got 2. That ring is complete. Now I get, oh. Yeah, I made an error there. I'm just kind of slapping tiles down. Anyway, you get the idea. Players, build a map. Per the usual map rules, and then boom, you got a map built. A third of the map is the same as it was the last game. You've got 3 of the factions from the last game. You've got a whole new set of challengers up here trying to claim the throne. Have at it, and it should work out for you. Any questions? Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye bye.